Greetings one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope very well. Hope you're having a good week so far. So I'm making butter chicken. Now, I love butter chicken. I love it. I love curry, creamy coconut chicken curry. I love the spices, I love the smells. You know, when I go to work, we have a lot of mixed cultures at my job, and man, at lunchtime, I'm just like, even though I'm eating, I'm just drooling over the smell of their food. It's like, can I just take a spoon and grab whatever it is you're eating? Because it just smells amazing. So, it's about noon right now. Well, it is just past noon. I just got done peeling a bunch of ginger and garlic for the marinade. I need to marinate the chicken before I'm going to fry it later for dinner, but it needs to sit and marinate, so let's get to that. Alright, before I get too far in, I saved some out because I'm going to make garlic naan bread as well, which technically doesn't count under the one pot meal, but I don't really care. This is just for the marinade. I really need to get a couple better cutting boards. This is all going in one pot and one marinade, so I don't care if I mix it. I'm going to work on this off camera and I'll bring it back. Alright, now, the spices. I already have them. The spices are one teaspoon of salt, chili powder, coriander, turmeric, and garam masala. What I did is I got these on Amazon and I just put one with the cheapest price because I'm cheap, and grocery stores, you know, they tend to mark things up pretty high, in my opinion. So, and then yogurt for the marinade, and of course you gotta throw some chicken out because, you know, just stir all that goodness together. Don't forget to get the garlic and ginger on the bottom. And there is our marinated chicken, or going to be marinated. Now we're just going to throw a piece of cling film or saran wrap on top. So that's going in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. Or overnight would be better, I hear, but you know, you do what you have to. I totally forgot lemon juice. I heard lime juice, but another channel said lemon juice, so I just went with lemon. Alright. Now give that a re-stir. It probably helps with the tenderizing. Alright, so it's been about 3.5 hours since I started marinating. So I'm going to do, I'm going to prep the dough for the naan bread because I want it to sit and rest for an hour. This is a cup of flour, teaspoon of baking powder, quarter teaspoon of baking soda, a quarter cup of Greek yogurt, same yogurt I used to marinade. Just a little bit of olive oil, and then a little bit of milk. And then I'm just gonna stir it until it becomes a soft dough. If I need a little bit more. If I need a little bit more milk, I can always add it. It's easier to add it than take it away, so. Just thinking about this for dinner, it's just making me hungry. A little bit more moo. Alright. I think that's looking pretty good. Had to get my flour out. I don't want a lot of flour, I just want to get my surface down because I want to get this dough out. Because I want to work the dough a little bit and see if I can develop the gluten. might be a little bit too sticky, but there we go. Maybe. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've never made naan bread before. I've eaten a fair amount of it, but I've never actually cooked it before. So I'm gonna work on this while I'm gonna do this off camera. So I'm sure you don't want to sit there and watch me kneading bread. All right, I think I've worked that well enough. Just gonna plop that in a bowl, put a towel over it, and then let this thing rest. All right, so I saved out a few cloves of garlic because I'm gonna be making some garlic butter to spread on my naan bread, because it's gonna be garlic naan bread. So I'm gonna chop that off camera real quick. I got my Dutch oven here, just getting it fired up. Get a little olive oil in there. I'm gonna be cooking the chicken in several batches, because if you just dumped it all in, you'd basically be boiling it, and boiling it it's not as good. So I think I'm gonna try for 2 batches, but we'll see. All right, I think we got some heat. Alright. Okay, while the chicken is cooking, I want to get my dough out. And what I want to do is I want to cut it into 4. I'm going to get tight little balls. So I'm going to be rolling these out. To make the bread. Let's keep a towel over them for the moment. Alright, I think round 1 is done, so I'm gonna pull this out. The smell in here, I tell you what, is incredible. It smells amazing. I'm really loving the smell. Cooked a second batch. Alright, second batch is done. What I'm going to do, got a little bit charred on the bottom, hopefully it'll be okay. I'm going to add some, this is chicken stock. And what I did is I put it in the microwave. It's maybe half a cup. I wanted to use the steam and the moisture to clean off all the bottom of the pan, because that's where all the flavor is. Alright, that's looking good. You know, it's not turning black either, so I don't think it got too dark. Sweet. So now the bottom's all cleaned off. Here's the next part of the meal, and that is tomato sauce. So this is a 29-ounce can. And then I've got seasonings. This is the same seasoning as before: garam masala, turmeric, chili powder. I just pre-measured them. I'm going to bring that up to a simmer. I also said to add, actually I think I do this a little later. So I'm going to let this sit and simmer for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to set a timer and let this simmer. Actually, I'm going to turn the heat down just a bit. Oh, I need salt too. Gotta add salt. Just realized I forgot something. When you add the tomatoes, you're supposed to add cashews. So I'm gonna add, I don't know, quarter cup or that much. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use an immersion blender. And I'm gonna smooth everything out. Basically what you want to do is use the blender to make it smooth. Now, I've seen videos where people have added onions and veggies and, you know, everything else. In fact, the nuts aren't even all the way blended. Alright, so honestly I was going to skip this step originally, but now I'm going to go ahead and just strain it. So I'm just going to push this through a sieve. I wasn't going to do it because the videos I saw, they were cooking with tomatoes and they had, you know, other veggies in there, and it wasn't going to bother. But all right, so if you do make this, don't do what I did and decide to be lazy. But then again, I never said I was good at this, so just pour everything back in the pot. And turn the heat back on. And at this point, wish I had more hands. So I'm going to pour in some heavy cream. That'll give it that, it'll lighten the color up. You add the butter at the end. I'm also going to add the chicken. Get that chicken stirred in. Alright, so I brought it back up to a simmer. I'm going to put a lid on it. And I'm going to give it a few minutes before I start the bread, which I'm going to do here very soon. Alright, you're probably wondering where the butter for this butter chicken is. It's right here. This is about half a stick. There we go. I'm going to turn that heat down. Let's get to the naan. Now I moved the dough out of the way and it's kind of sticking a little bit, so I'm going to have to use a little bit of flour to just keep it from sticking to the counter. I'm going to roll these out nice and flat. Okay, just waiting on the pan now. Alright, I think the pan's heating up, or heated. Maybe not heated enough. One rolled out. This is garlic, butter, and just a little touch of olive oil. I wanted garlic to saute. The bread's not looking too bad, and it's starting to bubble up, as you can see. It's supposed to be cooked in an oven called a tandoor. Basically, you just take the bread and you stick it to the side of the oven. But since I don't have one of those, well, let's get the first one on video for you, and then I'll work on the other 2, 3, then dinner should be ready. Alright, well, it appears to be fully cooked through. It just doesn't have the color I wanted, but go ahead and brush on the garlic butter. The second one rolling. Here's the butter chicken. Wow, it's hot. I get stuck to the bottom a little bit, but let's dish some up. So here's the first piece of bread I cooked. And I was turning up the heat a little bit more, so some of them had a little bit better color. Actually, this was the last one I cooked, but let's taste it. It's pretty obvious I'm no Indian chef, so let's taste the butter chicken. Pretty close. I think I needed a little bit more seasoning in it though. Okay, I still taste a lot of tomato. And I don't really get that when I get takeout. Try the bread by itself. I mean, it's cooked all the way through. It's not really naan bread. I could be being a little critical of myself. But it doesn't taste like the naan bread I get. So, but first try, it's actually not bad. I mean, I'm gonna eat it. Dip it in the butter chicken. Alright, so dinner's done. I ate all the naan bread. Well, I ate all the bread. I wouldn't really call it naan bread. It was an attempt, but I probably could have done a little bit better on it. It wasn't bad, you know, I enjoyed it. I mean, I ate every bit of it, so I dipped it in my butter chicken, which, you know, I emptied that bowl out. Butter chicken was really good. Probably could use a little refinement, maybe. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't totally accurate, but had lots of chicken, which you don't really get when you would go out, just being honest. It's good, but you know, it's like mostly sauce, whereas mine was, I had a lot of chicken, so it did taste really good. Probably need a little tweaking, but you know, I'd make it again. I would eat it again. In fact, I'm gonna eat the leftovers for dinner tomorrow when I get home from work. So with that, I do thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please you know, leave them down below. Don't forget to check Cast on Wednesday playlist in the description, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.